And they do this all over Beyonce's internet and then try to gaslight and deflect and say all these things about why this is okay.
What is going on, people, and welcome back again on another episode. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing fine, and if you're joining for the very first time, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't make it your last time, so you can as well smash the subscribe button. And to everyone who have been supporting this channel, thank you so much. I see you and I appreciate you, and I love you guys so much. I came across a video from a Black American who was talking about how immigrants are so ungrateful and how so many of them move to America and become anti-Black. She went on to talk about how if the Black Americans did not do the job that they have to do, there would never be a place for the immigrant to even stay or even think of coming to America in the first place. She talked about the anti-Black and the disrespect they get from so many immigrants. I'm going to roll the clip in a second so we all can check out the clip and have a discussion about this video. Without wasting much time, let me roll the clip.
Okay, so being an original Black American and dealing with immigrants and foreigners, like non-white, and I want to say non-white males, it feels like no good deed goes unpunished. It feels like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Fred Hampton, Huey Newton, so many people died because it was a war. It was a war. The civil rights movement was a war. And my parents fought in that war. And to give immigrants, the LGBTQ and white women and disabled people, because all these things came out of the civil rights law and bills, fair housing. And then people came after that. And then the Hispanics and the Asians became anti-Black. And the Africans and the Caribbeans became anti-original Black American. And you know what it's like? It's like when you have a house, a beautiful house, that you worked really hard and fought your ass off to get this house. And people are need help, and they're running, and they're like, I have nowhere to go, I need help. And you're like, okay, you know what? I got you. Come to my house, I got you. You can eat my food, you can sleep in my bed, you can use my thermostat for heat or to be cooler. Make yourself comfortable. I want to be there for you because I know you're going through a hard time. And then one day I come home and I find out that you've been stealing from me. You've been stealing from my house, and you keep trying to steal. And then I confront you, and then you tell me, this is mine. This was never yours. And I know it's my shit. So now you're stealing and you're telling everybody it's your shit. Not only that, now I talk to my neighbor. My neighbor says, you know what? They've been talking shit about you. Like, what? They've been talking shit about you. In my house that I opened up to you? And that's what you tethers and off-code immigrants are. That's the type of people you are. I don't give a fuck. You can spin it any way you want. But that's who you are. You're a person that comes into a house that somebody built and struggled to build it. They offered you and opened up their doors to you, and then you stole from them. You try to take credit for the things they've done, and then you talk shit about them to neighbors after they helped you escape from a terrible situation and was nothing but good to you. And let's not go back to middle school. Please don't do that. Please just don't. That's pathetic. And so this is not all, but this is too many. And so now we're saying it's time for you to get out of the house. Pack your shit and get the fuck out. And you all are losing your minds. Oh, it's, what happened to all the love? What happened to the, we're all in this together. No, we're not. No, we're not. Pack your shit and get out. We let you in our house, and you stole first and you're trying to take credit for the shit that we have in our house. You talk shit about us to the neighbors. You are an evil person. Get the fuck out. Now, we're good people as a general rule of thumb. Original Black Americans are very good people. I'm not saying there's evil and good in every ethnic group. So I'm not saying we're all good and we're all evil, but we're generally we mind our business, and we're generally good-hearted people. But what we need to learn is discernment and wisdom. We need to keep a pure heart, but we need to be wise. So I don't want to beat your ass in my house. I don't want to kick your ass in my house for stealing my shit. But wisdom is telling me that it's time for you to get the fuck out, okay? Because I'm going to keep my karma pure and my relationship with divine as pure as I can. But the wisdom in me is saying that you need to get out. Being foolish and unwise would be letting you stay in my house. Get the fuck out. And that's what we're saying. And please leave expeditiously. And this is not a metaphor for leave the country. What we're saying is leave, do not claim our culture anymore. Do not claim what we've built. No, you're not Black American. No, you're not down with us. Stop talking about our culture. Stop acting like you're a part of it. Get the fuck out. If you're not an ally, get the hell out. And we know allies. Allies give us our credit. Allies come in the house and say thank you. Allies wash the dishes when they're in your house. Allies make up the bed. Allies say thank you, and when they're talking to a neighbor like she was so good to me. Allies don't do what you do. Like I said, many Native Americans, too many Native Americans are anti-Black. This person writes, I'm gonna prove it. Why is your race the one with the highest crime rate, the highest DV rate, highest incarceration rate? You would think that would be written by a white supremacist, but it's actually written by a Native American. And they do this all over Beyonce's internet and then try to gaslight and deflect and say all these things about why this is okay. When, funny enough, a lot of Native Americans have some of the worst stats in America, but you know what? I'm educated and I have empathy and I understand why. But they weaponize these things because they're racist and anti-Black. So thank you for proving my point. And there's so many on my comments that I know want to do this, but they're trying not to prove my point. But I can just see it. It's like on the tip of being anti-Black. But it is what it is. Thank you for proving my point. And you can see these type of comments all over Black people's pages. I'm telling.
This woman basically said that the immigrants are anti-Black. They don't like them. They don't even respect the work that they've done in order for them to be able to move to America and feel like it's home for them and the benefit of some of the things that they have done without giving them credit. And there are so many people in the comment section who agree with her as well. There was a particular lady who stitched to her video that I would like you guys to hear what this lady has to say. And I have to say that there are other people stitching to her video who do not agree to her.
Many Native Americans, too many Native Americans are anti-Black.
What makes sense about that to me is whenever a Native person looks white or white passing, they're never called Euro-Native. But if someone is Native American and also of mixed blood, but looks mixed Black or looks more African, they're called Afro-Native. And in fact, actually one time someone from Native TikTok, they came up on my For You page, and I said, oh, wow, you're Euro-Native. And she was, like, really offended by that. And I was like, oh, well, I'm saying because you look more white passing, you look more white than Native American. Like, oh, yeah, but I'm still Native American. So, like, the ones who are white passing who look white, they still get to be called Native American, but the Black ones get the segregated hyphen of Afro-Native.
I'd like to hear what you guys think about the claim she made on how immigrants are very anti-Black towards the people over there. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. You can as well share your experience with immigrants that you've met over there. This is just a place for us to have conversation. This is not in any way calling out anyone. I'll literally put other comment that I was able to screenshot on the screen, so you know we can talk about this in the comment section. Thank you all so much for joining. Please subscribe before you go, and I'm going to talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.